Good morning, everyone. It's Barb from Totally Inked. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Looks like we're in for some rain. I have two cards here using the same technique, and this is called, why did I just now, fault line. I'm sorry, this is called the fault line technique. The same technique, two different ways to do it. Depending on how much designer series paper you want to use, that's where we'll go from. So, I have this card we're going to do first. Here's what I need for this card. This one uses 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 sheet of designer series paper. So if you've got a lot of designer series paper that you want to use up, this is a good one to use. This is the Friends of the Ocean paper. It is on the last chance list. It is $12.50. So we'll just set this card aside for a second. This card, we need a base that is 4 1/4 by 9 1/2 and scored at 5 1/2. This is a piece of cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 3 1/2, and that'll fit right across there. So what I'm going to do to get this, I am going to line up so I have 2 pieces of cardstock right there, and then my measurements at thumb's width. So I'm going to start at about a thumb's width, and I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to tear towards me. Now I have both pieces of cardstock, and I'm going to tear, and I want to kind of tear it at an angle. It's kind of hard to do on camera, but you want to do it at a slant, and everybody's will turn out different. So then I have all this cardstock. I'm going to take my fingernail. Now you can do it with a bone folder, but for me, I have found that my fingernail works best. I just run it along here, along that torn edge, and I just kind of rumple it up. And then this is the piece that's going to go here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the same thing on that torn edge. I'm just going to kind of rumple it up. Rumple, 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 rumple. Okay, those are going to go there. Let's move this guy out of the way for a minute. That's going to go there. And these pieces are going to go on the bottom. And we're going to do the same thing. And we're just going to take your fingernail and just do it again on both sides of the cardstock. Okay, so that was pretty easy. Now we're going to put some glue on here, and I'm going to put my glue here. Ooh, that came out a lot. And this piece, I'm going to glue it down so that maybe just about 1/4 inch is going to show. There we go. Now down here, next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my designer series paper, and you want to do this next so you'll know where to put your other pieces of paper. So now we want this to adhere to here, so we're just going to take our green glue, or whatever your glue of choice is. I like to use this Tombow because it gives me a little wiggle room. So now I'm just going to take my designer series paper, and I'm going to line that right up to the fold line, and I'm going to bring this down and give it a good smush. Now these pieces that are left down here, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to I'm going to put glue on this side. I'm going to leave about 1/4 inch. Okay, I'm done with you for a minute. And we're just going to line these up so you have about 1/4 inch. Okay. Now this is going to go at the bottom. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our glue. I have to get used to the camera here. And we're just going to put some glue all around here. That ought to be more than enough to hold it. And we're going to line this right up with the bottom of our paper. There we go. Whoop, green glue is gives me a little room to, there we go. So to finish it off, I can put one of my focal points up there, and I will stamp Hey down here, and we will get this. So that was pretty easy, wasn't it? Not bad at all. Now this card is the same thing. I used a piece of, my card base is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. My white piece is 5 1/4 by 4 1/4, although this piece happens to be 3 3/4 by 5. And then I have a piece of white cardstock that is 3 3/4 by 2 3/4, and a piece of colored cardstock that is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. I put them together the same way and tore them and put it on the white base. So there you have it. That's called the fault line technique. I hope you'll give it a try. If you have any questions, give me a call, and I hope you enjoyed this little quick video on how to do the fault line cards. Let me put these back here, so if you need to get a quick, I'll put little Krabby back up there. If you need to have a quick little reference, you can take a picture. So that's it for today. It's Tuesday the 29th of February, and like I said, this paper is on the last chance list. This is from Beautiful Butterflies. This is a current bundle, and this paper is, where are my notes, it is called Floral Impressions, and this will be coming out in May 6th. This is blooming phrases, and this will be available May 6th, and that's Floral Impressions will be available May 6th. The Hey comes from Saying Hey. This is also on the last chance list, and it was regularly $17. It is now on sale for $15.30, and as of this morning, this was still on the last chance list. So see my little last chance. So this is a good one to get. I just love this insert clever message here. It's me. It's funny. And hey goes for so much. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this little quickie, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.